All that. That's FB basically does her becoming. Very well done, Vince. Very impressive progress of these bass players. You know, they came in and they didn't know how to play the bass, and they chose the bass as their first instrument, and we started to repeat, meaning rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. So if you're in a band or in anything that you're doing, you got to rehearse. You got to rehearse all the time. There's no time off. What are you doing? What else are you doing? You doing something else?
Right.
Get rehearsing.
Yeah.
So, what else we have down here today? Notice that we have the drummer, and she brought along her mother. Drummer. They seem to go hand in hand. Drummer and her mother. We call her Q, capital Q. Some folks know her as Q Darling. So the drummer chick. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been?
Wonderful.
How have you been, drummer? I haven't seen you. This is how we talk. So you got a new hairdo, I see. It's very drummery.
Yeah.
People love the drummer. In the beginning, we decided when we were starting a band that it would be neat if we built it around a drummer chick, a girl drummer.
Yeah.
As a hook.
Right.
And the drummer said, I'll do that.
Yeah.
She's worked on it, man.
Yeah.
It's nice to see she's becoming. As you can see, drummers have a certain look. They always have their sticks. They're drum oriented.
Yeah.
So drummer chick, tell us about your evolution as a drummer, how you're becoming so rock and roll. You recently really installed this funkadelic beat where you're much rounder in your sound and really becoming a nice drummer. What's happening with your production?
Well, what's happening on the drums is repetition. And I'm seeing as I repeat over and over again that the drummer within me starts to come out. One of the things that I've found out over the years is that I wasn't learning anything new on the drums. I was just remembering how to play. And as I repeat over and over again to the click, which is a sound that keeps time and helps me stay focused, I become the drummer that I'm becoming. And thank God for this band.
I think those big hoops are helping out. So drummer does an excellent southern drawl voice, and maybe she could do some of her explanation of what she sees in the band in that tone. Right.
Absolutely, I can do that. What I see happening in the band is people come together and repeating over and over again, same thing, through the power of repetition and really getting it. I'm seeing a rock and roll band emerge that the world's waiting for, and I thank you for being part of it by viewing it today.
The all-time peace girl we talked about in the last show, the international sign for peace is the V. You know, just the V, there you are, that's the international sign for peace. People know it everywhere. You go to Zimbabwe and they could be in their huts and they could be talking and you could go in there like this and they'd get you.
Right. Oh my God.
They'd say it in their language and say, dude, say peace. So you bring your mother along. You're in a rock and roll band. This is new. The people, how many people know that all of a sudden decide, I'm going to be a musician, I'm going to bring my mother along.
Right.
Well, it seemed to start early on that her and I were very close as I was growing up, and I just decided, and I think she decided, and that's how it happened, the power's in the decision, that we were going to stick together and make something happen, and met the people in the band and the coach, and it went from there.
That's awesome.
I'm grateful to be here.
What about Southern Girl? Does she have a description of how that all went down, bringing her mother along?
Absolutely, she does. Bringing the mother along. She's been quite the road bringing the mother along. But I see why it's helping out with the whole family. Come together. Helps out to have another one along to help out with the rest of them. Hello, family.
Oh, it's good to be on the set. Come back again. Yes. Come back again. Yes. Will you come back on our next show?
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll get our next show scheduled. You are an invited guest on the Coach's Corner. So it brings us to a special time in our events. Well, more and more special things are happening. We don't have sponsors yet, so there's no commercials. One